Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today is, of course, the Justice League review. First half, spoiler free. Second half, obviously, going to be spoilers. We know the drill. I've done this many times before. So, I'm just going to hop right into it. First thing I'm going to say is this is a lot better than Batman vs. Superman, but it does fall short compared to the Wonder Woman standalone film. Now, the Batman standalone film we know isn't out yet, so we can't exactly say it's better than that one. But from the movies we have now, it goes Man of Steel, obviously, Wonder Woman, then Justice League, then Batman vs. Superman. Now, Batman vs. Superman is going to always be bottom of the list because that was bad. That was the pinnacle of the worst start they could have tried. But, other than that, the movie's good, the soundtrack is good, the introduction of some of the characters, if you don't read a lot of DC comic books, it can be a little confusing at first as to why they're introducing them the way they are. I'm just going to give a quick example. This isn't going to be a spoiler, so don't click off the video. Not yet. But for me, Flash was the most confusing one. I never read any of the Flash comics. I read Batman comics and Superman and the odd Wonder Woman. I never really read any of Flash's, Aquaman's, or Cyborg's, so I don't exactly know their origin story all that well. Same with Green Arrow. The only thing that I know of about Flash was the TV universe. That's the only Flash that I understand the backstory of. Now, this one in the movie, they kind of introduce it awkwardly, because he's just one of the characters that doesn't really make any sense with his personality. I think that's just to do with me not knowing who the character is personally. But moving on from that, there was good sound effects, good music. There was the odd little snippet where they messed up their filming. It gives me a flashback right back to that Marvel movie, the first Avengers one that they did with Captain America and the reappearing suit that's not damaged nor worn. So, there is that kind of issue going on there with their grips and costume designers. None of the actors' faults. The one thing that I can say is a definite flaw, and it's not exactly a spoiler, but there is a lot of clunkiness in this film that really doesn't make it fluid. So, there's a lot of that going on in the film. There's a lot of pros, there's a lot of cons. I don't want to go dive deep into them because I don't have enough time to do so. But what I can say is, before you click off this video to get into the spoiler stuff, I'm going to say I'm giving this movie an 8.4. Man of Steel was a 9.5. Wonder Woman, we already know how I rated that one. And then this one. I really can't go off of much for this film, because I don't know three of the characters. I'm being bluntly honest about that. I know nothing about their origin stories. All I know is they really awkwardly introduced them to each other. Now, we all know how they got introduced into the universe due to Batman vs. Superman. That was literally the only good thing about that film, was the introduction of those characters. But now you get to this spot and it's strange. Marvel pun intended. But anyways, getting into the spoiler stuff. Now, if you're aware of the way Batman has been in previous movies before the reboot, getting rid of, we know who, Christian Bale, and replacing it with Ben Affleck. Now, the Batfleck, which people are calling him, is one of the most clunkiest, slow-assed Batmans I have ever seen in my life. He is literally the pinnacle of a slow Batman in the film. Whoever was doing the script writing for this, they should have increased the film speed a little bit for his scenes, or at least got him to do the scenes faster for the action scenes. Because the one kick that Batman does literally took about 3 to 4 Mississippis just to do a side kick. That's not exactly how Batman is. Batman's supposed to be fluent in movement. Blocks here, can kick at the same time. Not, oh, there's nobody over here, so 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3, and then kicks the guy halfway across the room. That doesn't make any sense. Now, another thing is they did not use Wonder Woman as well as they could. She was extremely underused. Cyborg was used more than Wonder Woman was in the film. Even Superman. They put Superman as this main character that's supposed to be in the film. Doesn't appear till the halfway point of the film. Then shows up for a little bit at the very end of the film, the last 30, maybe 40 minutes. And that's the last you see of him. It's like, really? You have all these great characters. You give ones that are the most popular less screen time than the ones like Aquaman. Doesn't make any sense. There's a lot of people that say Aquaman sucks. This film doesn't really do Aquaman any justice. Pun intended. Because Aquaman is strong. He can swim fast. We got the gist of that in the film. But when they were fighting Steppenwolf, they made everybody seem like they were moving in slow time, other than Superman. Now, Superman can fly fast, and they had him catching up to Flash. Flash is a teenager in this film, and he's a teenager with no friends. That's the worst part about Flash. They made him an awkward teenager. And Aquaman is, well, Aquaman. And then he goes, "No, I don't talk to fish," during the film as one of the lines. I don't know why they had to use that same line twice with Ben Affleck saying, "So can you talk to fish?" He at least said it 3 to 4 times in the film. We get it. You want to know. But you could have just waited till near the end of the film and say yes or no to the question, rather than asking it repeatedly throughout the film. And Cyborg, where do I start? Cyborg got his new armor at the end of the film. Thank God. Because the armor he was using during the battle was pretty much just standardized comic area. Cyborg didn't exactly have the C with the gear in the middle, which he gets near the very end of the film. I didn't stay to see if there was any after credit scenes. I just left because I was like, yeah, maybe if I buy it, I'll wait and see. It's one of those moments. Also a quick reminder just before I get out of here. Daddy's Home 2. That review will be coming in a couple of weeks, actually. Then we have Star Wars. But I don't know when Star Wars is going to be taking place for that review. I just know Daddy's Home will be in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Star Wars shortly thereafter. I don't have a timeline between then and Christmas, because my job doesn't exactly tell me right away when I'm going to be working, and they're constantly changing my shifts. That's the reason why yesterday was my only day off. I'm going to work today, which I kind of need the money, so yes, I do. But anyways, as always, I hope you're having a fantastic 2017, and if you're not, I hope it gets better for you. Peace.